Hello again, beautiful beings of light. I am live on YouTube and Facebook. Hello and welcome, everyone. I've got some really epic information to share with everyone today. I honestly didn't really know what to call this video, but I've got a lot of top secrets that I want to share with each and every one of you. I'll go over the content of today. Oh, having some technical difficulties. What else is new? One second. Facebook just kicked me off. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hi, Cosmic Lightning. Love that name, by the way. Let's see if I can get this back up. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. Okay, let's see if we could do this again on Facebook. Hi, everyone. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Lucky Stone. Hi, Stephanie. And hello, everyone on Facebook once again. Sorry about that. I just got kicked off of Facebook. Don't know what's going on. Hey, Paris. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Livia. Hello. Okay, so topics for today. It's going to be absolutely epic. Yeah, so much to get to. Okay, so I want to go over the stages of awakening. What is awakening? What are we all experiencing at this time? And I'm not just talking about like things are going to feel different. Like I'm talking about shifting and awakening and ascending your DNA. So we're going to be talking about that, unlocking your DNA, raising your vibration, all of that great stuff. I'm going to be talking about why I believe humans are masters and not slaves, okay? Once again, I'm going to be talking about why I believe humans are masters and not slaves. The problem is that we've been duped. We have been lied to. We have been, I don't want to say punished, but we've definitely been lied to for a number of years. And I'm here to basically reverse that illusion and help you guys shift and unlock your DNA. And for those of you who are brand new to my channel, welcome. Congratulations. You're here. Congratulations because you're here. You are participating not only in the global awakening, but you're participating in an absolutely epic and unprecedented time in human history, and you chose to be here right now. So this is a great time to say, hey, congratulations, and pat yourself on the back because this is a really monumental time to be alive and to be here, shifting and understanding the quantum universe at the deepest of levels. You could be watching Grey's Anatomy right now. You could be watching Big Brother. I don't know what else is going on. You could be watching the news right now and you decided to watch this, the epic and disclosure of information in the universe. So welcome, everyone. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I'm also going to be going over some symptoms, some things that you guys should be feeling right now at this time. And I want to just validate that the awakening is not a pleasant thing. Sometimes it's a really shitty experience, and sometimes we got to purge out a lot of stuff that doesn't serve us to get to this beautiful fifth dimension frequency. So hang in there, everyone. We're going to be going through your symptoms and validating all of that. And then I think the biggest and most epic piece of the puzzle today that I want to talk about is how to avoid an ego death. This is really cool, really fun, really exciting stuff. And I myself just avoided an ego death. I did not avoid it through distraction. I did not avoid it through suppression. I didn't avoid it through fear. I confronted my ego. Therefore, I avoided a complete collapse of my reality. And I'll tell you how I did it so that all of you don't have to have this epic destruction of your entire life in order to shift your vibrational frequency. Okay? So I'm going to be teaching all of you how to avoid an ego death in the most respectful way, respectful to your own soul and to the universe. Okay? So it's going to be really cool. All right, awesome. So let's get to it. I want to ask all of you, as per usual, where are you from in the world? And I want to ask you, how recently did you stumble across my channel? I want to know. Are you guys the OGs of the EA? Have you been with me for a couple of years, a couple of months, a couple of days, maybe a couple of hours, maybe a couple of seconds, but so where are you from in the world, and how long have you been following my content for? And I always like to say, guys, it's not my content, I'm just a conduit for the universe. I'm just a channeler. That's who I am. So let's see, we've got Burlington, you're an OG, hey Daniel. We've got Paris, Colorado Springs, found you since Rex Bear, okay, it's been a little while. Santa Monica, about 10 months. What else we got here on YouTube? Hold on. Toronto, okay, Zach, awesome, Zach's fantastic. Okay, 1 year now, Texas, okay, little less than a year, awesome. Okay, happened a few months ago, all right. Awesome, 6 months, Sweden, 2 weeks, and a couple days, awesome, well, welcome. 2 years, okay, from the UK, Wales, UK, awesome, for about a year. Colombia, Boulder, Houston, Texas. Ohio through Rex Bear 6 months ago. Awesome. Wow. Fantastic 6 months. Yeah. This shows me that people are waking up. People are ready. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got Sienna, San Diego a few months ago. From the UK, Jojo, hey, what's up? Watching you for a year now. Fantastic. Chatham, Ontario, hey, Lauren. My assistant, of course, very OG. Like, you're like one of the OGs. My assistant, beautiful assistant, Lauren, she's got like 6 notebooks of just content that I have spoken about and taught as well. So, I mean, she makes the perfect assistant because she knows my content inside and out, and I super appreciate you, Lauren. So thank you for being on my team and being around. Awesome, guys. Okay, fantastic. We're going to get to your symptoms in a little bit. So we're going to wait for that. Before I get to what the F is waking up, what does that really mean? Like, what are we all going through? Like, I'm awake right here, right now. I'm like living, breathing. What does that mean? What does waking up mean? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Before I get there, please, guys, check out my exclusive membership page. I love going to deeper levels. I love diving in. I love answering all of your questions. Every week, I have a live at 5:55 every Thursday. I have a live Q&A every Sunday taking your questions. I have a crystal channeling video every Wednesday. I have a tarot card pull every Friday, and I've got incredible homework for you every single week, every Monday. If you are interested in going to a deeper level than ever before, and if you resonate with my content, I 100% no-brainer highly recommend that you hop over to my The Teachers membership page on Facebook, and it's just $11 a month for all of that content every single week. So please, guys, check it out. Now that I'm not really taking on sessions, it's a great source of me exposing content at a deeper level and bringing in a crowd of people who are ready for it. Man, the people who are a part of the teachers, it's just mind-blowing. Every week I get so mind-blown. Like, they are so next level, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, the teachers. So thank you for being around. Really appreciate that. So check it out. Once again, $11 a month. You really can't go wrong. Really great stuff. Also, group sessions. I'm doing group sessions every single week, twice a week now, which means I'm taking 10 people into an hour and a half long channel, and each person gets to answer or ask 2 questions, and I will channel those questions from your spirit guides. So we go into past lifetimes, we go into cosmic connections, we go into childhood abductions, we go into traumas, we go into financial blocks, we go into, what else? Like romantic relationships. Like, we talk about anything and everything, big business deals, like whatever you want to know, I will channel it to your heart's content. So please check out those group sessions. I have a couple of spots available this Tuesday, okay? It's only $55. You get 2 questions answered. Everyone loves it so much that they always come back. Literally, people always get more tickets later on because they freaking love this so much. And I have a good time, and everyone learns something new about themselves. Okay, so check that out. I've got a couple of spots available this Tuesday. I've got a couple of spots available this Sunday. Okay, and it's around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So please check that out. Sundays usually fill up quickly because people aren't working. So check it out. And then I've got another Tuesday, the 17th, that's open as well. Next week, Tuesday, if you can't make this week. So guys, like, seriously, if you want to get connected, those sessions are really, truly epic. Okay. Yeah, awesome. And if you don't have two questions, you can just say, what do my spirit guides need me to know at this time? And man, the information that comes through is mind-blowing. I always learn so much from those sessions as well. So check that out. Once again, $55, really can't go wrong for that exclusive channeling. Okay, and then of course, check out my YouTube and my Instagram. Most of you are on YouTube right now, so please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the little notification button, because I am starting to produce a lot more content. I'm starting to release a lot more. I'm literally just throughout my day starting to hop on my camera, makeup, no makeup, lighting, no lighting, mic, no mic, and I'm starting to, really just kind of do a vlog, because I'm telling you, I have these mind-blowing, epic, astro traveling, cosmic, connecting, telepathic experiences every single second of every day. Maybe not every second, but a lot of the times. And I'm starting to document it a lot more. And I'm posting a lot of those documents on Instagram. So please head over to Instagram, hit the follow button. And as always, guys, if you resonate with my content, if you're totally vibing with what I have to say, go ahead and send me a super chat, whatever you feel is aligned to your vibration and my vibration. I always appreciate the super chats. And I super, respect each and every one of you. So, and it shows me that you guys really resonate and care about the information that I'm bringing through. So that's really supportive, and I really appreciate it. Awesome. Let's get into it. Hopefully, every single one of you has a notebook. Please go get a notebook right now. This information, it's clear, it's concise, it's short, it's sweet, and it's freaking mind-blowing, revolutionary, and DNA activating. And for all of you on Facebook, you guys know that I love seeing those little thumbs up and those little hearts. That shows me, once again, I know you can't send me a super chat, but it shows me that you guys are resonating and totally vibing with my content, because sometimes I don't have the time to read all of your wonderful, beautiful comments at the time, okay? And once again, hi everyone, hello, welcome to the awakening, welcome to the fifth dimension, welcome to raising your vibration. I hope you guys are ready for the next step, because here we are. And I was going to look up the Schumann resonance for today. I totally forgot. There were so many things rattling around on my mind, so many things I wanted to get to, that I forgot about what the Schumann resonance is. The last week or so, like on the weekend, it spiked all the way to 69. Like crazy stuff. And then I think yesterday it was around 40. No, yesterday, the day after 69, it was around 40. And then yesterday it was more so like 19, 20. So not crazy high, but still a lot higher than 7, right? So if you want to know a little bit more about the Schumann resonance, check out one of my most recent live videos on the Schumann resonance. Once again, it will blow you away. This information is so next level. Right now I am documenting a blog. I am also producing a podcast episode on the Schumann resonance. To be honest, guys, I want to be an expert in the Schumann resonance, on the Schumann resonance. I don't know. I really do. I want to be an expert on it because it's so revolutionary. It's so new. No one's talking about it. And I truly feel like I understand the Schumann resonance at a deeper level than most people. So I'm going to be explaining in my blog and my podcast what you should be expecting to feel between 7 hertz on the planet and 20 hertz. Okay, 37 right now. Thank you so much, Paris, for checking that out. 37 today. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. 37, okay? What to expect between 25 and 35, or 35 and 42, So I'm really going to be laying down all the information for you on the Schumann resonance. So please keep that in mind moving forward. It's going to be really exciting. All right, so waking up to our true state of being. what does it mean, right? What does the Great Awakening truly mean? And what does it mean to truly wake up to our state of being, right? So I believe that waking up is just a form of ascension. I believe that ascension is just simply ascending. You're ascending, which basically means that you are raising your vibrational frequency, just like the planet, the good old planet, is raising her vibrational frequency. We're all doing the same, and it has profound impacts on our physical, on our health, on our finances, on our, on our housing situation, on our jobs, on our romantic relationships, on our family dynamics, right? I mean, raising our vibration has an impact on every single aspect of this reality, both physical and non-physical, because we can't have the physical world without the vibrational state of being, and we can't have the non-physical world, the conscious, without, of course, a vibrational state of being, right? So we're being hit from all angles at this time, and I'm going to really break it down later on. Okay. So, number one, the first thing that I want to mention about the awakening, what is it? What are we expecting? What are we doing? What's happening, right? The first thing I want to mention is it's about raising your vibration, right? So what is the awakening? Step number one, raising our vibration, raising your vibration. It's the most important step. Now, I've mentioned this before time and time again, and honestly, this is not taught enough. There's a lot of spiritual teachers kind of coming out there, but there's just not enough talk about what exactly, cool, I'm raising my vibration. What does that mean? Okay. The number one thing, I mean, we could talk about raising your vibration all day, but the number one thing, and I'll say it again and again and again and again and again, okay, raising your vibration is not about the choice you make. We have been taught in religion and education system and the indoctrination of this fucking society time and time again. We have been taught time and time again, okay, that it's about right and wrong. It's about your morality. It's about judgment. It's about shame. It's about guilt. It's about attachment. It's not. It's not about any of that, okay? My ear just popped, okay? Validation, okay? It's not about the choices that you make. Yes, for sure, please don't go kill someone, right? I mean, don't make those kind of choices, but stop getting caught up in, oh no, I didn't go to the gym and I really want to be active, right? No, don't get caught up in the choices that you are or are not making. The more we react to the choices that we do or do not make, the more and more and more we perpetuate a low vibrational frequency behind those choices. Oh, I didn't go to the gym. Oh, I feel so much shame. Oh, I really should be working out. No, make a choice and own it. Let go of the shame behind it, okay? And likewise, if you make a choice that's not so great, like me making the choice last night to eat an entire chocolate bar, yeah, I did that last night. Oh, thank you so much, Christopher, for that super chat. Super appreciated. So it's not like I ate a whole, like I really did. I ate a whole chocolate bar last night. And guess what? No shame. It's not out of my memory. It was like quite good, but I don't feel shame or guilt or fear around it. I'm not going to hate myself the next time I have a chocolate craving. I love chocolate cravings. Okay. I love chocolate in general. And that's it, make a choice, stick with it, love yourself in the present moment and move on. And I will tell you, okay, Sharma, yes, girl, you're eating one right now. Fantastic. Love hearing that. So it's really important that we realize that the higher the vibration we get, the more and more and more and more sensitive our body and our physical reality get to the vibration of our intention, not the choices that we make. Yes, the choices, there's, good or bad choices, there's high vibrational choices and low vibrational choices, but ultimately it is our perception of the choice, it is our intention behind the choice, okay, that will literally teeter and pivot the vibration of that choice into one path or another. Right? If you love yourself for eating that chocolate bar because it gave you a ton of joy last night, then fantastic, great. The intention behind it will raise your vibrational frequency. If you hate yourself for doing the exact same action, you're lowering your vibration when you could actually raise it. It's all about your perception. Let go of the choices, let go of the right and wrong, let go of the morality. Those are all just indoctrinated and pushed upon us by society. Let go of that. Oh, Rob, hi. welcome. Rob's my brother, and he's pretty cool, and I'm super happy that he is joining us today. So anyway, yeah, so it's the perception, the intention around the choices, okay? It's not the choice itself. Super important, and I bring it up all the time, but it's between a beer and a kombucha. There's no better or worse. You could hate on both, you could love both. It's your intention behind it, okay? Okay, good. So, what does waking up into our true state of being mean? Okay, it means raising your vibration. So step number one, raising your vibration. Okay, step number two is unlocking your DNA. Now, I should probably get back into this, but I used to talk all the time about our etheric DNA, our etheric DNA. Now, we also have physical strands of DNA that supposedly we just it's junk DNA. Don't worry about that 90% DNA, okay, that we have. Hey, Oliver from Denmark. Oh yeah, don't worry about that junk DNA that we have. It's just 90% of our genome. No. Let's just stick to the 10% that we really need. Yeah, oh yeah, the 10% of the fight and flight mechanism, the 10% of the prefrontal cortex, the 10% of the survival mechanism that gets triggered in every single moment by fear-based agenda. Yeah, cool. Let's just stick with that and let's just let go of the, no, I don't speak Polish, but I am Polish. You caught me. You totally caught me, Thomas. I'm Polski. What up? Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so unlocking your DNA. As you raise your vibration, you unlock your DNA. Sometimes unlocking DNA can be this profound experience of shifting your perception, shifting your body, okay, shifting what you eat, shifting what resonates with you. Unlocking your DNA can shift every ounce of who you are. Yeah, but you have to raise your vibration before you unlock your DNA. Okay, so I see everything visually, right? When I channel and bring downloads into my body, usually those downloads come visually. So I want to paint a picture for each and every one of you based on unlocking your DNA. And I'm going to try and paint this the best I can. Okay. I don't know, it's really difficult. Okay, so say for example, you have a scale, okay? A scale going from 1 to 10. Now, let's go 1 to 12. Okay, 1 down here, to 12 up here. Okay, so you've got this scale from 1 to 12. Now, as you raise your vibration, you raise the energy, you raise the consciousness in your body, in your physical body, in this physical third dimension incarnation. What do? You climb the scale. So, we start, our rudimentary beginning point is starting at a third level, the third dimension, the third scale, okay? Now, I believe because we are incredibly powerful beings, we have tons of interdimensional, high vibrational DNA that can be activated and stimulated within our brain, within our neural pathways and those kind of things, right? So we raise our vibration, and every time we raise our vibration to a certain extent or a certain level, it unlocks this new DNA. All of a sudden, you've unlocked the fourth dimension density DNA that's within you. Oh, all of a sudden you've unlocked the fifth dimension density DNA that was in you. Oh, all of a sudden you've locked the sixth dimension, eighth dimension, 12th dimension DNA within you. Okay, now I'm going to get to this point of why I believe that we are masters and not slaves, because I do believe that we are, in a sense, aliens. I do believe that we are, in a sense, really, truly interdimensional beings, and we're going to get there. Okay, so step number 1 of the awakening is raise your vibration. Step number 2 is unlocking your DNA. You can only obviously get to step number 2 in unlocking your DNA by going to step number 1. You can't unlock your DNA if you haven't raised your vibration, or it's one after the other. Okay, cool. Step number 3, which is really powerful and kind of traumatic, but it's super important. Okay. Step number 1, raise your vibration. Step number 2, unlock your DNA. As we unlock our DNA, what tends to happen is all of that old energy that's sitting in one aspect of your body gets triggered to release itself, okay? So the third step in awakening is remembering who you are, remembering your history, and completing the history of that memory, okay? So I believe that we are not just who, I'm not just Elizabeth April at 27. Are you kidding me? There's no way, right? I truly believe that each and every one of us are powerful beings, and we are, simply put, the accumulation of every lifetime we've ever had in the past, simultaneously the accumulation of every lifetime we will ever be in the future, all encompassed into this state of being. Now, if we limit ourselves to the third dimension density, then we limit ourselves to one state of being. We limit ourselves to just Elizabeth April. If you want to continue to be in ignorance, to say, oh no, the only thing that I am is this, and I was raised this way, and this is who I am right now, then you're going to limit yourself to this third dimension density. You're going to limit yourself to who you perceive yourself as in this linear lifetime, right? But if you're like, you know what? I think I'm something more than this. You know what? I think I'm more powerful than this. You know what? I don't have to be limited by the confines of my childhood. You know what? I don't have to be limited by the confines of my genetics. You know what? I can override my physical state of being with my energetic state of being. If you start to realize that and wake up to the power that you have within yourself, guess what happens? You become a very lucid being, a very lucid being. When you become unattached to your linear state of being in this present moment, you start to connect to the non-linear state of being that your soul is naturally always in flow with, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm not just Elizabeth April, who else am I? Ooh, cool, I was a yogi in Burma. Whoa, I was a slave, in the Crusades. Whoa, I was a priest in the 1400s. Whoa, I was a gay man in the 1600s. Whoa, I was a Nocturian in the 8th dimension. Whoa, I was a Zeta in a past lifetime in the 6th dimension. Oh my goodness, I was a tall freaking mantis, praying mantis being in the 12th dimension. Wow. When you start to detach in a healthy way from your current state of being and your attachments to this state of being in convincing yourself that this is all that there is, you start to open up to an entire world that is just waiting for you. Not an entire world, an entire universe. Your Akashic records. We need to realize that Akashic records are not contained within the third dimension. Therefore, the Akashic records are actually contained within the fifth dimension, which means that they surpass the fourth dimension, which means that the fourth dimension is time, which means that the Akashic records are actually not contained within time, which means that when you start tapping into the truth of who you are by raising your vibration and unlocking your DNA and remembering your true state of being, it means that you can remember who you are all the way in the past and all the way in the future. Time doesn't exist in a linear capacity when we start to understand our soul. And your soul is not contained to the lifetime where you were a tree, or the lifetime where you were an ant, or the lifetime you were an 8th dimensional being, or a 2nd dimensional being, or a 3rd dimensional being. That is a huge part of waking up. Okay? And you've got a good question here, Johnny. How do I benefit from this? This is cool. This is cool information, but what does it mean for me, right? Okay. What this means for you is that you have a choice. And we're going to get into this. This is a great segue. Thank you so much, Johnny, for this question. So this is great. Awesome. Cool. So we're powerful beings and whatnot. Okay. We're non-physical beings, but I'm still a human. I still live here. I still have to make money. I still have to be happy. I still have to find a partner, whatever it is, right? That's cool. Okay, cool. So, this gets me to my point of, hold on. Yes. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to just say it as it is. This is information that was only disclosed to me about 6 months ago. Okay, super, super impactful. And guys, this is so deep. This is such a top secret piece of information. I've never heard anyone else talk about it, but then again, I don't do any external research, so I don't know if anyone else talks about it. And also, guys, take it or leave it, okay? If this doesn't resonate with you, push back on it, right? Challenge me or challenge yourself, I don't know, right? But, I'm pretty firm in what I believe because I've experienced it, all right? Hang on, prepare yourselves. I believe that the biggest reason why human beings are here on this planet at this time with such incredible attention around us. Just think about it, guys, okay? We are a very simple, very low density dimensional being. we're a third dimension density. There are 12 dimensions in this entire universe, and there are trillions of terrestrial third dimension planets with even more trillions of terrestrial third dimension species on those planets. So why us? Why here? Why now? And why have we garnered all of the attention of these incredibly powerful masters of the universe, the Galactic Federation, 12th dimensional beings, 11th dimensional beings, angelic beings, Palladian beings? Why are all these incredibly powerful beings interested in us? When I started channeling back in 2012, 2011, none of this made sense to me. I'm like, what? And so Johnny, to your point, to your question is like, okay, cool, but what does that all mean? Like, what does that mean for us? Like, how do we live our life? How do we balance that? How do we understand that we're powerful and still be existing as humans? For me, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense that we were this low vibrational species full of fear, and yet we're garnering all of this attention from extremely high vibrational beings. Isn't there better things to do out in those higher vibrations? There is. But to be honest, we are really powerful. So let's get into it. About 6 months ago, I was contacted by the Galactic Federation, okay? And a very old council, what do you call it? Like an ancient, council of elders, gave me this information. And they told me that all throughout the history of the universe, there has been this epic battle that has been waging between low vibrational beings and high vibrational beings. Guys, we live in a polarity universe, which means that there's always going to be perceivably good and bad. There's always going to be light and dark. When you go back to source energy, there is no such difference between light and dark, right or wrong, good and bad. There's no difference. Even love doesn't exist. It's just oneness. It's everything all in one. But source decided to incarnate itself into individual entities, beings, whatever you want to call us. Therefore, it created the polarity matrix. It created light and dark. Okay. Cool. So, because there's always been service to others and service to self beings out there in the universe since the beginning of time, the service to self and service to others, the light and the dark, have always been at war with each other. And I don't want to say war with each other because the light-hearted service to others beings, they're not at war at all. They're just saying, can't we all get along? And all of the low vibrational service to self beings are like, no, I want all of the power, all of the abundance, all of the money, all of the control for myself. I don't really care about you or anyone else, right? So because of that mentality of the low vibrational service to self beings out there in the universe, there was a Galactic Federation that needed to form, basically like a government system, kind of like similar to Star Trek, that needed to form to keep everything in line. That's it, right? Super interesting. Okay, cool. So what does this have anything to do with us, okay? What does this have anything to do with human beings? This is top secret, guys. Like I'm telling you, like, I don't know who else knows this information. Once again, I don't do research. Okay. So I've always wondered why us, why here, why now, why? Why am I a six-dimensional tall gray ambassador who chose to be a human at this time? Why am I starting to channel these incredible cosmic ambassadors who have come from all over the universe to be human beings? It never made sense to me. So what the Galactic Federation told me about 6 months ago, finally, guys, you told me this, finally, they told me that after years and years and years and years and generations and millennia of attempting peace treaties between the light and the dark. Now, I myself personally incarnated in many different ambassador and leader positions to create, what are they called? To create these peace treaties. I have tried personally to create peace treaties between service to self and service to others, souls, and interdimensional beings. And every single time, there was one person, one being who kind of effed it up for everyone else. There was always one guy on the dark side to say, screw this, I don't care about anyone else. Why am I sacrificing my abundance for others? And they always took back their power, right? They always overrode the contracts of the agreement, okay? So this is kind of what's happened in the past. Super interesting. Okay, so we've tried these peace agreements, these peace treaties between the light and the dark, high vibration, low vibrational beings. We all just want to get along at the end of the day. So a long time ago, it was prophesized. This is super interesting, super important. A long time ago, it was prophesized that there was going to be a species, a hybrid species full of many different interdimensional DNA and genetics that upon the creation of this interdimensional, eclectic, mutt-like hybrid species, that species was meant to be the living, breathing, walking, talking peace treaty among the high vibrational beings and the low vibrational beings. If we got 5 different low vibrational beings' DNA, and we got 5 different high vibrational beings' DNA, and we combined the DNA together to create a hybrid species, they have to basically agree upon their children. So I believe that we are that mutt species. I believe that we are the intergalactic species that was created. And I believe that we are that living, breathing, walking, talking peace treaty between the high vibrational beings and the low vibrational beings. We are the child of all of these different interdimensional species. And basically the prophecy goes, the peace treaty goes, if we as a species can all get along with each other, we don't have to believe in aliens. We don't have to get along with the rest of the universe. All we have to do is get along with each other to prove that the high vibration and the low vibration beings can get along. If we can all love each other, then all of them up there can simultaneously love each other as well. All of the written documents, all of the peace treaties that have been attempted in the past have never worked, and that's because no one's, especially the dark side, they've never had a stake in the game. We are their children. We are their babies. They kind of actually love us in a sense, and they want to see us kind of turn to their side. That's why there's been this epic battle on this planet waging since the dawning of humanity between the light and the dark. We've had these incredible influences with the angels coming down, the Palladians coming down, influencing us. Let's talk about the biblical era. Jesus, I believe that he was an earth angel, an earth Palladian. Let's talk about ancient Atlantis and Lemuria. Those were Palladians that came down. But also likewise, let's talk about ancient Egypt and the slavery that went on there, which was by the Anunnaki and the Dracos, right? So we've been influenced by all sides of things, and now I just recently disclosed some epic and amazing information about ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations, and it was the Tall Grays who helped the ancient Mayans create their Mayan calendar, create the prophecies, understand the star systems, right? So we have been influenced by both the dark side and the light side. We have been influenced by the Blue Avians, the Palladians, the Anunnaki, the angels, the Greys, the reptilians. We have been influenced by all sides because guess what? They all have a stake in the game. We all have a part of their DNA. We need to realize, guys, that we are not just human beings. We are not just a lowly third dimension species. Think about it. It's so important that you guys realize that we have third dimension DNA because we have Neanderthal DNA from our ancient ancestors here on this planet. Thank you. But then we have reptilian DNA, which is 4th dimension density. Then we have Anunnaki DNA, which is 10th dimension density. Then we have gray DNA, which is 6th dimension density. Then we have angelic DNA, which is 7th and 11th dimension density. Then we have Palladian DNA, which is 8th dimension density. We have DNA, okay, and genetic manipulations from each and every one of these species, which is currently influencing our state of being in every moment. We all have the fight or flight mechanisms, and it's literally called a reptilian brain. We have a reptilian brain coming from our reptilian ancestors. We have that. We have that prefrontal cortex. And guess what? All of the fear, all of the attachment, all of the need and want for more, and my light's going weird, all of the need and want for more is creating the triggers of our reptilian DNA. We have been triggered to utilize our reptilian DNA for generations. Why? Because right now they're shape-shifting and they're in the politics and mass media and those kind of things, right? They are. I've channeled it. But likewise, on the other side of things, we have angelic DNA and Palladian DNA. We've got this incredible intelligence of the gray DNA within us. And depending on where we're at in life, each one of these DNAs get triggered in us. You have the choice to be more reptilian. You have the choice to be more Palladian. It's up to you. You have free will to unlock or override, the light's flickering as I'm saying this, okay? Unlock or override any aspect of your DNA. How this applies to you, Johnny, and everyone else watching. So why? Why does this, how does this, I'm just a being. I'm just a human. I gotta live my life, right? How does this apply to us? It means that you could have all the abundance in the world. You could have true, authentic happiness. You could truly be aligned. You could truly be able to heal yourself. You could truly manifest the life that you want to live by making a choice through your intention. Not a choice of what you want and what you don't want. Not a choice of what job you're gonna have and what job you don't want, right? It's a choice through your intention. Who are you going to choose to be in that moment? Are you going to react to that situation? Are you going to project your anger out on someone? Or are you going to appreciate the fact that they showed you the binary of the dark side in your own life, in your own DNA, okay? The most important thing is that we realize that we are masters of the universe. We are a prophesized species that is meant to be the fastest species to ascend, evolve, and get back to source. We are an incredible high vibrational master species. Now, think about it, okay? If we're a third dimensional body with potentially all the way up to 10th dimensional DNA, that means that as we raise our vibration, as we unlock our DNA, we start to understand the universe in a very diverse, a very complex. Oh, thank you. Is it going to come back on? I don't know. My light just went out, but I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's going to come back on. Anyway, we are an extremely diverse, extremely eclectic, extremely powerful species who has a lot of capability and a lot of abilities within us, okay? Yeah, super interesting. And someone just asked, why do you take everything that you channel at face value? And I don't. I really don't at all. I use my own discernment. But at the same time, my discernment is a 27-year-old discernment, so it's kind of difficult, right? But yeah, I see everything. I feel like I see everything for what it is, and I just say what I see, and it doesn't have to be the truth. It doesn't have to be right. It's up to you guys to discern for yourself what is the truth and what is right and what is not right. It's up to you guys. It's not up to me, right? I'm basically like, take it like I'm a book, right? And you're just reading this book. Even though I'm dictating the book to you, you can choose whether or not to believe what's in the book or not, right? That's up to you. That's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to take what I receive without the taintedness of my own perception and to give it to all of you as objectively as possible. And that's what I try and do. I try and leave my ego out of it, even though I still am limited by the language and the education that I have and my background, right? Okay, cool. All right, I guess my light's going to be off for the rest of this live video. So interesting. Okay, good. Okay, so we are a walking, living, breathing galactic peace treaty, and we are powerful. And that's basically what I want to say to all of you, is that you are way more powerful than what society has made you believe, okay? All right, let's talk about your symptoms. I want to ask all of you, this is super important that I ask you. In the past, where are we at right now? We're kind of midway through September. In the past month or two, so I'm talking about even like July, August, September, have your symptoms been, and you could even mention in the past couple of weeks as well. Yeah, let's just talk about the past couple of weeks because it's been all over the place. Oh, thank you so much, Jessica, for that beautiful super chat. Super appreciated. So let's talk about your symptoms. There are two split sides to things. The awakening is happening, the raising of the vibration is happening, the shift, the DNA unlocking is happening. So what's going on in your life? So on one end of things, we have a complete ego collapse. We have emotional breakdown. We have complete exhaustion. We have aches and pains in the body. We have sudden deaths. We have deaths of family members. We have deaths of dogs and cats and animals. And we also have freak accidents, car accidents, cutting yourself accidentally, breaking a bone accidentally, all these weird freak, super like fear-based things, but they're really positive things at the end of the day. So we have that side of things, or on the other side of things, we have amazing opportunities that are coming out of the blue, out of absolutely nowhere. We're connecting with new friends and new coworkers and new people in a different way. We're seeing the world in a different way. There's new profound insights of appreciation and crying, but happy tears. What side are you on? What side are you on? Are you on the collapsing, you're in the thick of the ego death, nothing's going right, you're being met with resistance and pain every step of the way? Or are you being met with opportunity and abundance and appreciation and happiness? Which side are you on? Guys, there is no better or worse, so please be vulnerable in communicating what side you're on of things, okay? So I want to know, for all of you, please tell me, which side are you on? Okay, Thomas, complete and utter chaos. Yeah, your life is in the ruins. Nothing is going right. You are in the thick of an ego death. Welcome to your own freaking awakening. That's amazing. And I want to say congratulations for being there, right? It's so funny because my guides will say, my clients will say, Elizabeth, things are collapsing. My boyfriend just left me. My husband left me. I just got hit with a crazy tax bill. I'm like, yes. And they're like, I don't understand why you're happy about this. And I'm happy about this because it means change is coming. It means that you are ready to release the poop, the shit. You're ready to let it go and you're ready to ascend. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to shift your state of being. So I'm always super excited about those kind of things. What about you, Facebook? What's going on? Happy, sad. We've got Jenny here, irritability, fatigue, emotional, crazy dreams. Yeah, riding the wave, one to the other, ego death. Yeah, aches and pains, a lot of things. Okay, let's see what else. Chris, illness. Okay. Yep, damaging, need a job, IRS is after you, yep. Okay, what else? Sore throat and vomiting, ooh, totally, Dan, absolutely. Okay, wants you to become a hermit, okay, having crazy random electrical issues, Carrie, your car, absolutely, okay. So literally, your phone will break down, your car will break down, your freaking light, let's see if I can tap this into existence. Your light will stop working. There we go. Like literally everything, like the most random things. Like I got kicked out of my computer the other day. I had to reboot it into safe mode. Like it's like, where do these things come from? And it's because you're shifting out your old belief systems. I want to give you an example. If, say, for example, you bought your car in a fear-based vibration, I don't know if I can afford this. I don't know if I'm good enough to have this. I don't know what's going on. You bought your car 10 years ago in an old low vibrational frequency. Guess what's happening right now? Your car is going to break down on you because it is completing the cycle and purging out the old fear-based energy of when you originally bought it, okay? It doesn't mean that everything has to be new. It doesn't mean that you have to collapse everything that you've ever known, but it does mean that you have to start listening and being aware of what's releasing and appreciating things in the release. Yes, you're going to lose your job. Yes, you're going to lose your partner. Yes, you're going to shift out your car. And I just want to say that it doesn't mean that you have to completely let go of everything that you've ever known and everything that you've ever loved in your life. You don't have to be that drastic. So say, for example, my girlfriend's car, it broke down on her 4 times. The mechanic said, I don't know what's wrong with your car. Every time she took it from the mechanic, it broke down again. Took it back to mechanic, still didn't know what was wrong with it. It still broke down, right? So every single time it went back, oh, there's a recall on this. Oh, the battery needs to be changed. Oh, this needs to happen. So literally, she didn't need to get a new car because she purged out the old and she brought in new insides. Does that make sense? So it doesn't mean that you have to let go of your boyfriend or your husband because he's been really angry and hasn't been serving you recently. It doesn't mean that you have to let go of your relationship altogether. But what that does mean is that you need to shift into new dynamics within your life to better align you with the new vibrations of this high vibrational frequency. We are all of us, myself included, being forced to shift out and purge the old vibration in order to align ourselves to a new vibration. Anything that you started, anything that you bought, anything that you accumulated in your life in a low fear-based vibration is going to be purging out of your life at this time. Now, I'll tell you something. And this is really interesting. And then I want to tell you all how you can avoid a complete ego death. All of you are in the thick, most of you are in the thick of an ego death right now. And I'm going to show you all and teach you all, so hopefully you have your notebooks ready. I'm going to teach you all how to literally avoid an ego death. I myself, okay, knock on wood, just avoided a huge ego death in the past month, and I want to share my insights with all of you because they're freaking mind-blowing. Okay, cool. Before we get there, I want to tell you a really good example. Our bodies in this new vibration are getting really sensitive, like so sensitive, it's a little bit scary. So, you know, a couple of you guys, or most of you guys, I don't know, I say this in my live videos, I've been battling a weird health issue, and I've never really had this health issue before, which is a rash on my face. So weird, right? So randomly, I get this rash out of nowhere. I change my detergent. I'm aware of what I'm eating. I'm aware of the dog. It feels like an allergy thing, right? Or whatever. Anyway, and so I went to Las Vegas this weekend. I was eating good food. I was doing absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. And I'm like driving in a car, right? Doing like I didn't just eat something. There wasn't anything that spurred on this thing. But what I thought to myself was, oh man, like, you know, I feel like I'm just not reaching enough people. Like, you know, like I feel kind of stuck in my social media platforms. Like I'm like, there's billions of people out there in the world, and why aren't I reaching every single one of them? So I was getting really down on myself, and I'm like, maybe it's because I'm not good enough. Maybe it's because the information that I channel isn't up to par. Like I was really just kind of like in that self-deprecating, like questioning myself kind of mode, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, right? Just this face rash comes on, so itchy. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh my goodness. The second I had a low vibrational thought, the face rash hit me out of nowhere. We need to realize that every thought, every intention, once again, it's not what you choose to eat or what you not choose to eat. It's about the intention behind it. If you love yourself in that moment for eating that chocolate bar, guess what? Your body's going to love you for loving yourself throughout the whole process of making that decision. If you hate yourself, you could be literally working out and exercising and saying to yourself, this isn't enough. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to get to the body that I want to get to. Guess what? Your body's going to put on more weight because you're not loving and appreciating your body for the moment, right? So it's really important that you realize that in this high vibrational state, things happen instantaneously, manifestations happen instantaneously, and your reality, your physical reality is instantaneously shifting based on your thoughts because you're in a high vibrational frequency. So guys, be aware of your thoughts. Once again, it's not about your choices, it's about your thoughts, okay? It's really important. Okay, the other thing too, I just want to say, tons and tons and so much past life release. I have people that are meeting each other out of nowhere saying, oh my goodness, it's like I've known them my whole life. That's a past life connection. There's other things that are coming through of like a father and a daughter, and it's like, oh, you guys make a cute couple. And it's like, whoa, we're not a couple, you know. And those are things that are coming out from past lifetimes, right? So be aware that a lot of past lives are coming to the surface of maybe there's an irrational fear in your life, maybe there's a this or a that. Be aware of what's happening in your life at this time, okay? Okay, so how to avoid an ego death. This is going to be the last thing, and then we're going to do a draw for a winner for a free webinar. Okay, so how to avoid an ego death. This is really important. This is like, it's simple, but it's really important. Okay, so about a month ago, things started to collapse. All of a sudden, you know, my bank accounts were totally drained. All of a sudden, you know, these weird things started to come up. All of a sudden, I, you know, started breaking things that I really loved. All of a sudden, I would stub my toe and injure myself in weird ways. Like, all of these like chaotic things started to build and mount, and you know, no matter what my communication was, it wasn't being well received by anyone. Of course, I have to take responsibility for that. I can't blame others for that. So I'm starting to build up to this chaos, right? And I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, oh, I'm like gearing up for an ego death. I feel it. Now be aware that we have many ego deaths in our life. Like we have many ego deaths in our life. There's not just one to shift your state of being. It's many. We're always constantly changing, okay? Anyway, and so I was building up to this ego death. I'm feeling it come on, and I'm like, oh no, here we go. This isn't gonna be good, right? And so then I'm like, wait, I want to stop myself from going completely chaotic. I want to stop myself from totally losing contracts or totally missing out on opportunity. Like, I want to stop myself from totally collapsing every aspect of my physical reality, because that's really what an ego death is. And so what I said to myself, and I said this to my girlfriend as well, I spoke it into existence, and I did a journal writing on it, and I said, I want to learn what I need to learn without having the full collapse and everything taken away from me. Say, for example, if you need to learn how to slow down because you're a go, 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 go kind of person, guess what's going to happen? If you're not listening to the signs, you're going to break your foot and you're going to be forced to learn how to slow down. That's an ego death. It basically peaks to the point where you are being forced to learn the lesson. And the only person, the only being that is forcing you to learn anything is you, right? So anyway, so I'm like, I don't want to be forced to do anything. I want to learn what I need to learn before it gets to that bad, before it gets to that point. So what happened was, every little aspect of my reality I was super hyper aware of, and I was taking my responsibility back for every little thing. Let me give you an example. Okay. So say for example, I really wanted to be on Coast to Coast Radio, which I do, right? So say for example, I really want to be on there. Okay. And then I reach out to them, and we set up a meeting to talk to the executive producer, and it doesn't work out for whatever reason. They're busy, and so I'm like, okay, cool. And then I try again. Okay, well, what about this date? Does this date work? No, it still doesn't work. So if I was not aware of the signs, if I was preparing myself for an ego death, usually ego deaths happen when you are blinded, when you are ignorant, okay? So when that happens, you push through it. No, I really want this opportunity. I really want to be on Coast to Coast. What about this date? What about this date? What about this date? And you're so desperate for it that what do? You push it away from yourself. What happens is that it completely goes out of your life and it completely collapses, right? But by the second sign, by the second red flag, you should be at a point where you're like, this hasn't been working out. This is what I want, but it's clearly not the right time. If you start to be aware of the signs and you start to make changes and shifts about those signs, then you can start breaking yourself down and building yourself back up in a new vibrational state without a complete collapse. So the biggest thing for me, like this past ego death for me, was all about, it wasn't about work, it wasn't about attachment, it wasn't about that, it was about vulnerability. It was about me forcing myself to be more vulnerable and more divinely feminine. I'm usually used to being right. I literally get paid to be right for a living, okay? So I'm used to being right. I'm used to having all the knowledge and all the information. I'm used to being super hyper aware of everything. And it's very difficult for me to be vulnerable, admit when I'm wrong, and those kind of things. And I'm talking about when I'm wrong in my day-to-day human activities. Anyway, so literally there was situations, and I can't really pinpoint what they were now, but there were situations that made me feel like, oh my God, I really want to tell my girlfriend that like this happened and that I was wrong about this thing, but I don't want to tell her because I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. I was so hyper aware of the fact that I wanted to run away from that situation, okay? I literally wanted to like jolt out of the room. And the second you are reactionary, the second that you want to run away from something, you need to realize that it is a trigger, it is a reaction, because it is one of your biggest lessons that you have to learn. If you feel like you want to escape, if you feel like you want to run away, if you feel like you want to confront something but you don't want to, or you can't, or you're not strong enough, that's what you need to confront. That's what you need to target. So every time I had that feeling of wanting to jolt out of the room, every time I had that feeling of wanting to run away, I literally said to myself, this is it. If I run away, I am forcing myself later on to have a complete collapse and a complete ego breakdown. If I learn my lesson now and confront the thing that I want to run away from, I can learn my ego lesson and break that down, that old habit pattern, without having to force myself to get to any sort of low point. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a little thumbs up. Give me a little validation. Does that make sense? You can literally avoid an ego death, and all you have to do, okay, is listen to the signs. Okay, that's it. Like, the universe, which is you, is giving you red flags in every single moment all the time. You stub your toe 3 times in a row. People around you cancel plans on you over and over and over again. These are the good times when you have a repeated cycle in your life, when you have this tiny thing that gets repeated. It's a good freaking time to look at yourself and say, why? Why is that happening? What am I learning? What am I completing? What am I releasing? What am I confronting? What am I breaking down? And what am I challenging myself to release in order for me to become a new person? We need to realize that change is happening all the time. And if we resist change from our normal autopilot programming, if we resist that and we continue to attach ourselves to what is easy, what is complacent, what is normal, what is safe, okay? If we continue to choose the safety option, we continue to choose the old autopilot programming, right? We continue to just live a very low vibrational and rudimentary third dimension life, okay? We're not going to get anywhere. We are resisting change at its truest extent, and that is holding us back from the life that we all freaking deserve to live, okay? Listen to the signs. You are the universe. You put on your path. You don't want to go through a huge ego breakdown. You don't want to go through a mental break. You don't want to go through a huge breakup. You can shift your relationship. You can shift your computer. You can shift your car. You can shift your job to realign and reharmonize to your new state of being rather than be in disharmony by trying to attach yourself to the old reality. The more you try and attach yourself to the way that things were, the more you become in disharmony to the way that things are. The Schumann resonance of vibration on this planet is spiking. Your vibration is spiking because you can't compete against the vibration of the entire planet, right? So we are all being forced to change and shift at this time. If you're attaching yourself to the old way of being, you're attaching yourself to a rudimentary low vibrational state. Guess what? Everyone who isn't here right now, even if you don't get what I'm saying right now, you're here. You're here for a reason. And you are shifting yourself just by listening to this. The rest of the world out there, they are not receiving this information, which means that they are going to have to get into that car accident. They're going to have to get diagnosed with cancer. They're going to have to lose their favorite pet in order to learn the lesson of detachment or guilt or shame or greed or whatever it is that they are learning, right? They're going to have to go through an ego death. So please take it from me. It doesn't have to get that bad. You can listen to the signs. You're already here. You listened to yourself. Even if you're a troll. Hey, trolls, what up? You listened to yourself enough to get to right here, right now, live on this video. It's incredible, right? You're already listening. Time to step it up. Take full responsibility over everything in your life. Listen to every single sign. Ask yourself why. Learn the lessons before you're forced to. And that's it. All right, awesome. Okay, couple of announcements and then we're gonna get to a draw. EA membership page. Guys, I go deeper than ever before. I have an exclusive live video at 5:55 every Thursday. Live Q&A questions. If you want to get your questions answered, it's $11 a month, and every single week you get homework, tarot card pulls, all of that great stuff. Thank you so much, Sharma, for the chocolate. Love that. I ate all my chocolate last night, so I'm definitely going to have to get more of that. Anyway, so check out my EA membership page on Facebook. It's called The Teachers, $11 a month, can't go wrong. Also, group sessions. If you really want a private one-on-one Q&A with me, you get 2 of your questions answered for $55. It's literally a no-brainer. It's a group session with 9 other people, and it's super private. Everyone resonates with the sessions. They love it. Check it out. I still have tickets available for the group session this Tuesday and this Sunday. I'm doing 2 group sessions every single week. It's an hour and a half, and it's absolutely revolutionary, mind-blowing, DNA activating. So check that out. And then the last thing, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on Instagram. It's a ton of great free content. I share my interdimensional experiences all the time and beautiful clips of information. So check it out and make sure that you subscribe. All right. So I'm going to choose 2 names today because I missed last week. you can get your name in this draw if you have reviewed me on Google or Facebook. I constantly update the names in this draw. Every week I put new names in here. So whoever wins, whoever is pulled, I will send you a free webinar. So that's the other thing. I have webinars out there as well. How to be psychic, how to unlock your DNA, breaking through the matrix, and manifesting the life that you want to live. I've got those beautiful webinars, and you get a free one if you review me and your name is pulled. I always set the intention that the person who really needs a webinar gets pulled today. So let's see who I pulled. This one feels really good right here. Okay, number 1, and then second winner right here. Awesome. All right. So, awesome. We've got Sue Holt, spelt S-I-O-U-X. And I know, Sue, that you watch me all the time. You've been joining me on my group sessions and all of that great stuff. So congratulations, Sue. I'm sure that you're watching this. Congrats. And I will be, please email me, Sue, and I'll get my lovely assistant, Lauren, to send you over a free webinar. And then our second winner for today, this week, is... Oh, awesome. This is an OG right here. Thank you so much for reviewing me. Jane Baker, you are freaking awesome. You're such a Palladian soul. I love both of these women so much. Congratulations, Sue Holt. Congratulations, Jane Baker. You have won this week's webinar. So good job, guys, on manifesting your dreams. And please be sure to review me on Facebook and Google if you want your name in the draw. If you review me on both platforms, you get your name twice in the draw. So check it out, guys. Have an absolutely incredible rest of your week. I love you all so much. Keep up the high vibrations. You are here for a reason, and you are ready to unlock your DNA and expand to your truest and highest vibration. Bye, Facebook. Thank you. Bye, everyone on YouTube. Have a good one.